Welcome folks, how are you doing tonight? Well, we got nothing on screen there. There we go. Welcome everybody. Who's here? Sami, Sean, Naughty, Stephanie. Who else? Mechtel. Welcome folks. I missed anybody? Hi. Good to have you here. It's about 2 AM here. Whoops. Yeah, I guess it's about 1 AM here. We're just 1 hour apart. But yeah, we just say time zone over here because it's hard to keep track of who's morning and who's night. Hey, thank you so much for the follow, Captain Oblivious, Tom. Welcome, folks. How is it shaking? So tonight we are working on our first draw along stream where I invite you guys to do some art along with me. If you so wish, you can just watch if you don't. That's fine too. But we are working on something for the Cursed Files challenge, which if you saw my August challenge called Cursed Footage, this is the spiritual successor to it. So instead of having 10 prompts in 10 days, we're just going to have it drawn out 1 prompt every 2 weeks. And every 2 weeks, I'm gonna be doing 1 stream where I invite you guys to draw along, and yeah, we'll just be working on the prompts for those 2 weeks. So yeah, every couple of weeks we'll have a stream like this. Today's prompt, as you can see in the title, is rot. So we'll be rotting tonight. We'll be doing some medical horror. Hey, Tropo, I'm just gonna say Tropo and Dan. Welcome, folks. Hey Iota. Agent!
Is this an Elden Ring reference? Also, Hippocampus.
Hippocampus. I love that. I love how you make the text-to-speech say the weirdest things. Welcome, folks. We're always running a little, if you think about it. So hey, Sora and Agent and everybody. So yeah, not an Elden Ring reference, unfortunately, but we're going to be doing something rotting. And yeah, I was debating either to do something with Terry the Meat Planet and do the next part for that, or doing some medical horror. But I figured that Terry the Meat Planet was very tangentially related to rot. Right? It's just like meat piles that keep growing, so it's not really rotting. It's something that I want to do eventually, because I want to continue that series. But I figured it was much more appropriate to do some medical horror tonight. Don't click on those links, by the way. Yeah, I won't. So yeah, I want to do some medical horror. Here's the thing, though. Something very important about medical horror is being careful about not making light of actual real diseases. So, you know, rotting while you're alive in a strict sense is something that does happen. There are some bacteria that will essentially do that. It's not really rotting, but yeah, it'll like destroy tissue in the same way. So we want to avoid that. And we want to go into the fantastical. That's what you always want. What I always want to do with medical horror is like go so far into the fantastical, into the impossible, that it doesn't really feel comparable to real diseases, and it doesn't feel like, oh, I'm just making light or like making this thing that people actually go through into, you know, horror. So yeah, that's something we really got to be careful about. If you want to do medical horror as well, it's something that I also recommend you are careful about. So yeah, if you guys had any ideas before this, or if you get any ideas during the stream, I'd love to see your sketches. If you send me any art you've done during the stream, we'll show it to everybody. Because I'd love to see some cool rotting art. 3 stages of the meat planet: Terry, meat, reverie, rot, and berry bone. I love that. happened to my buddy Eric. Yeah, okay, so I wanted to do something with a person rotting, but like try to do it in a way that doesn't really feel comparable to real infections. So it's what I've been thinking about over the past couple of days or so. I got some ideas, but the main one I have is someone that's rotting not like human flesh would do, but like a plant would do, for example. Like we use textures of, you know, rotting wood, for example. So it feels like, you know, it's just this weird bacteria that's kind of turning your flesh into this wood-like texture, and then it just breaks apart or something like that. Either that, or we also got, of course, like fungi, but we already have the fungal infection, so I feel like that's like stepping too much into that territory, and it doesn't feel like rot anymore. So it has to be something in between. I want it to work, but deadlines are overrated. Rot wins. Don't, like, maybe do a little sketch. Don't overexert yourself. Wilting and browning and squishy. I guess, yeah, but in the way that maybe in the way that, you know, an apple would rot. Or more of a dry rot, yeah. More of a either an apple or a tree, like something. What we're gonna do is find some cool textures of things rotting, and we'll find one that, you know, we'll know it when we see it. Also, Woogie Puff and Hunting the Moor. Welcome, folks. Thank you for the follows. And Babs, hi. Fuzzy mold. Yeah, I was thinking about that too. Maybe some like the kind of mold that food gets. Fun fact, mold is a cool epic phobia I have. Oh no, so if you want to specifically freak me out, go for mildew. Sponginess. Yeah, we're going to find textures. I think that's the first thing we want to look for, is textures of things rotting, and then we'll try to approximate that in a human. Just an idea. Mechanical and animate objects rotting as if they were organic. Yeah, you should draw that maybe. Or let someone else draw it, but that's a fun one. That's a fun one for the rot prompt. I like that. Okay, let's go into the browser. I just opened this just as I was waiting for the timer to go up. I just searched for rotten on Unsplash just to see what they had. And they have some fruits. I like the mold here. It feels, see, it doesn't feel that comparable to what humans would get, although we can totally get fungal infections. That's a thing, but this texture is really icky as well, which I like this big hole in there feels like, you know, it's caving in somehow. If you put that on human skin, it would be kind of freaky, which I like. You just, ugh. I like it. Crystallization wouldn't be seen as rotting. It feels too solid for it to be rotting. Rotting has to be squishy, I think. Imagine a cow decomposing with a big exposed rib cage. Would that happen in the Cars universe? Do you think cars in the Cars universe are organic somehow? I know where I'm going, but idea versus execution is a problem that exists. Let the fun begin. Hell yeah, you got this. What's Kazumatsu? Hold on. Let me see what that is. Oh, is that horrible cheese? Yeah. From Sardinia. It's that rotting cheese with little worms in it, little larvae that eat it. Go draw some too, but no promises. Hell yeah, son. I'd love to see it. Hey, Jesus. Okay, this texture here, really good. Feels like, okay, you could apply this on skin and you'd have like patches of skin that are still healthy and then patches that are completely caved in. Just moldy as hell. So I feel like this is probably my favorite so far. Although I really like this apple as well. It's not as moldy, but it's still like kind of rotting inside. Why does it look yummy? I mean, I guess that's for you to decide. This one is also good. I guess I see two big options ahead of us. One of them is rotting with like a lot of mold. I think that would be good. Another one would be this kind of rotting from the inside, kind of caving in. So the skin is still healthy, but the inside is rotting. Like you're rotting inside and you don't even notice it outside. Until it starts like caving in. You're gonna join the Discord. Hey, that's great. Welcome. History is being made. Okay, Summer, you have a good night. You sleep well. Oh, this one's burning, not rotting. Ooh. I kind of like this. If you apply this to skin, it would be pretty creepy. It would be hard translating the bark into skin, but that could be like part of the infection, right? Like it turns your skin into bark and then it just sloughs off, however you pronounce that. I mean, this could be an eye too. That would be concerning. Sloth. Thank you, Maxwell. Where do you post the cursed file drawings? There is a channel called Cursed Files right under the art channel. Okay, we're just getting a lot of fruit at this point. Ooh, how do you call this one in English? I don't think it's a grenade, right? Because that's granada in Spanish. Which is the same word for grenade in Spanish. I want to try and draw something, but I have a million other art things I want to do too. I mean, if it inspires you, maybe you can just do a little sketch. You can finish it later. Just to like lock down an idea or something. If you ever need it, let me see. Ooh, that is a cool texture. Thank you. Pomegranate. Ah, so they just added pom in front of it. Not on a drawing tablet, but draw on paper. Take a photo of it. That would be fantastic. Okay, let's see. Let me see if the word rot will give us anything different. Actually, there's some different stuff. Oh, look at this one being eaten by bugs. Ugh. That'd be horrible on a human, but I won't go that far. I don't think so. To have actual insects eating it. Pomegranate, yeah, I guess that means apple grenade. Oh, this texture is creepy. I like it. I mean, I assume it's the other way around, and the word for grenade comes from the fruit, right? Like, the grenade itself kind of looks like the pomegranate. So, granada, grenade. I don't know. Is there a deadline? I mean, there's not a locked deadline. The cursed files is every 2 weeks. It started last Monday, so it's gonna go on until this Sunday, and next Monday we'll have another prompt. But if you want to like take your time and finish it, you can finish it next week or whenever you want. It's just like, as long as it inspires you to do anything, then it's done its job. Grenade, borrowed from French grenade, yeah, from Old French grenade. In the phrase pomegranate. Yeah, I guess, yeah, it makes sense. Spanish Granada. So the Spanish had an influence on it. Oh my god. Look at this fella. There's some like actual body hover textures in this thing. Like, this thing is cursed. A funny little guy, you could say so. Okay, no more rotting things here. I have to look for it though. Moldy may give us something, not a lot. Grenade means having grains, yeah. I got some cold tea today for a change. Just chilled it a little bit before. It's nice. Okay, let's see the photos we have. A word in Spanish. Otorrinolaringólogo. Try to say that 3 times. Otorrinolaringólogo. That's all one word. That means ENT surgeon. Ear, nose, throat. Our brain cell gets bigger every time you teach us. Our single brain cell that all of us share. Okay, this one's really good. Like, you could put it on skin and just have some pretty cool textures. The problem it has is the narrow focus. Like, if this part here looks very good, if you get away from it a little bit, very unfocused. Could work with a picture of a similar quality. If we get a real close-up of a person's face. I was thinking maybe a neck. I've done a lot of faces, but having a neck like this and it's all rotting would be nice. This one's really good. If we went for that, and this one too, if we went for that, like, the body is rotting inside and you only notice it when it starts like caving in on itself. And this would be a different take where we could have, you know, the skin turn kind of bark-like and then just slough off. And I mean, this one is just weird. I don't think it's too usable, but it made me think of an eye, so I like it. Homeless Joe, welcome. Okay, let's see. I want to see Adobe stock. The more I look, the more pictures there are there. So, it's chugging for sure. Hold on. Give me a second, because it's blocking me off for some reason. You'll ever get an awesome idea but suddenly procrastination slaps you in the face? Yeah, it happens. Okay. We're there. Oh, this picture. I hate this picture. Why is it so close to your mouth? Don't eat that rotting apple, please. Hey, hold on. Why is that the same picture as the other day? Ooh. How about rust? How about a person rusting and their skin peeling off like paint? Hey, Will. Thank you for the follow, Max. Oh, this one's a great texture as well. The rotten pumpkin. We could use that, but someone's already done on for this very same prompt. Someone already did a person like rotting like a pumpkin, which is very good. It was really well done. You can see it in the rotten in the cursed files channel on the Discord. You scroll up a little bit. Oh, this one's great as well. How big is it? Let me see. Yeah, there were some pretty bad tooth images there. Hope they got some dental care right after taking that image. Okay, so this one actually seems. Let me just open it here. Yeah, that's high quality. I was thinking it might have been low quality once you zoomed into the apple. But no, this could be good. That would be like some pretty hardcore rotting, like a bunch of holes. That would be pretty icky. That was you? The teeth? Oh no, that was you, the rotten like a pumpkin? So we got some rotten wood as well. The thing about rotten wood is that I like what it looks like, but I don't think it would be as good applied to skin. A pumpkin, yeah, I assumed so. It was great. It was really good, Craig. Oh, this termite hill. Oh, that could be a messed up texture to put on a skin, right? It would be really hard to implement though. You would need maybe a hole, and inside the hole you can see this texture. I already got it downloaded though. Rust is a good option, yeah. And you know, you could like put that in the name, like the rusting disease or something. Oh, these kind of images of dental, like any kind of image taken by a dentist of someone's mouth is like perfect fodder for medical horror. Because it's already a situation that's like pretty, like everyone hates having their mouth manipulated like this, so something that works well, lends itself well to medical horror. Got some rotten avocado, but I don't see this texture working as well though. Got some pretty good mold here. I like that. Really good close up. Got a few rotten apples here. Not super interesting in texture wise. Ooh. Rooting body of dry rot. Kinda hate that in a good way. What is this? Dry rot? Is that a thing? It's taboo decay. Textures are nice. Ooh, look at this. Oh, I hate that. What kind of mold is this? Mine fungus? Oh, these are good. Oh, that would be messed up on skin. Why is there a Bitcoin thing here? Bitcoin is the mycelium of money. My god. The crypto bros. I really like these. Huh. Let me look for dry rot here. We only seem to get these two images. Maybe try feces. I wouldn't wish that on anyone. I don't think that would be too nice to see on stream. Okay, these ones are good. I do like the mycelium though. Maybe if we look for mycelium. Let's see, something that works. Not a lot here actually. Hey Kyoko. Also thank you for the follow, Craig. Someone's playing the bagpipes outside? Hell yeah. I'd love to have people playing the bagpipes outside my house every day. Did you guys know my brother played the bagpipes? He hasn't played in a few years because he went out to study, but the region we come from has the traditional music is bagpipes in Asturias. There's Celtic influence. Okay, this one could be good, but it doesn't feel as icky as this one. Let's do here usage rights, Creative Commons licenses. See if we can find anything like Wikimedia. Not very good. Okay, let's look for, maybe we can look for mycelium on Wikimedia. Or dry rot on Wikimedia. Oh, look at this cool fungus. Kinda hairy. Also a fractal. Look at that. A fractal in the wild. Not loading, we can see it here. You can see the dragon's curve. Also, this is really creepy for some reason. Everyone's exactly like perfectly straight and exactly the same. Love to find a fractal in the wild, right? I don't know what that has to do with dry rot, but I don't know. Oh, here's one. What is... Huh. Oh, this is horrible. Oh, this is the worst thing I've ever seen. Southern Blight. Blight. Oh my god, I love that word. Blight. It's so dire. And a potato blight. I don't know what this is exactly, but I assume it's some sort of potato and some tuber. I think if we go for the fungus, for this sort of mycelium on top of the skin thing, we should call it the blight. Hey Creeper, we are doing something for the Cursed Files challenge, which is a bi-weekly prompt we're doing. The first prompt for this, for the past week in this one, was rot. So yes, we're doing something based on the prompt rot. Have you seen the fungus called corn smut? I feel like if I Google that, I might find very different things. Your next animated emote should be a growing fractal. Hey, that's a fun one. I like that. Let me actually note it down. There we go. I'm just getting my notepad. Growing fractal emotes. Oh yeah, huitlacoche. Yeah, that's an edible fungus. Apparently it's very tasty. I didn't know it was called corn smut in English. Let's look for blight. Ooh, I hate those textures. Oh, that's the worst thing ever. Because my mind immediately goes to like, oh, what if this was on human skin? And that's trypophobia inducing for sure. Oh yeah, huitlacoche. That's a cool one as well. Damn. That's papaya blight, apparently. Fruit blight. A lot of these are on leaves, which is not as cool. Here's the one we found before. Ooh, pear blight. It looks like gore just by looking at it, but it's a close-up of a pear. It looks much worse than it actually is at first glance. Ooh, look at this. Oh my god. Look at the mycelium. Beautiful. Ginger bacterial wilt. So we apparently got ginger rotting as well. And that's it. That's all the images. Lots of pictures of blight, though. That's powdery mildew. Let me take a look. I like it, but it's not as good for texture. So if you apply it on the skin, it's not as impressive of a texture. Okay, we got a ton of things, so now we just have to decide. That's the worst part. Okay, let's see what we have. Let me remove all the searches, so we're just left with the images. You got plenty of molds, some rotting fruit that's rotting from the inside. Not that convinced about this one. I'll remove it. This one's cool. Might work for some small details, maybe later. I guess I'll get this image. Also, don't worry about Adobe stock being in Spanish. I can't seem to change it to English, so it's fine. You can still search in English. I just imagine someone's first thought when they find a piece of moldy fruit in the back of the fridge being, let's do a professional photo shoot. See, but we need people like that in the world. Cordyceps has a lot of fun things, but as you know, the fungus itself really depends on the version, because there's versions for many different animals, many different insects, but it's not as impressive as a fungus by itself. This one's kind of out of focus. How sad. Couldn't they have stopped for a second, taken a better picture? This one, I don't even know what this was supposed to be before it rotted. All these little points here. So, I guess mini mushrooms possibly? They're creepy. So let me save that. I really like the idea of using, also this might be, hold on, let me search for this on the stock sites. Really like the idea of calling, yeah, it's on Adobe Stock. I see that? What? Doesn't let me open the link to this one for some reason. Anyway, maybe it's offline. Decomposing marine animal carcasses have amazing textures. Oh yeah, they do. Decomposing blubber is amazing. These ones are very good. I'm just, instead of deciding, I'm downloading everything I see. There's, in terms of decomposing marine animals, there's the term globster. I think it's globster? Yeah. A globster is like an unidentified marine, usually like a marine mammal or something that washes ashore, and all the fats they have decomposes in this like stringy texture, making it pretty much unidentifiable, and they just wash up like this. And of course they're used to explain so many cryptids. But yeah, these are called globsters, and they're the worst thing ever. Like, they're actual horrors that wash up on shore. Oh, look at this old photo of one. That's fantastic. Imagine finding this on the beach, like just a huge decomposing, what looks like, and they tend to look like horrible dinosaurs. What is this? Big egg, looks like. Not very well put there on Photoshop, but... I just love globsters. You can look at them and imagine so many like cool creatures they could be. You should look up, let me see, Geotrichum candidum. Well, let's see. Called sour rot. Oh, is it used in cheese? I like this one, this image a lot. Let's see what we have in terms of usage rights. We don't have a ton, unfortunately. Oh, this one's creepy. On a cantaloupe. Yeah, that's the textures of the cantaloupe. Okay, we already have this one. Did we get that one? Yeah. Okay, we got a bunch of images downloaded. Now, I guess the hardest thing is like choosing one or two. Can go to Photoshop. I have this empty document that we started and haven't touched yet. Lots of images to look through first. Throw in a few pictures in there, just to have something to start with. Okay, so if we want to go towards the completely unrealistic, as in into the realm of fantasy, we can either do something like impossibly like large, like at the point where this person should be dead, right? This sort of like we did for the pupillosarcoma, which kind of started small and that got bigger and eventually takes over the whole face, and you're wondering, how is this person even alive? Their face is a hole. So yeah, something like that. So yeah, we have to go into the realm of fantasy. That's our main concern. And I'm wondering what part of the body should we show off for this? Could do, I was thinking neck, like a picture of a neck seen like this. And the whole neck is rotting. Or could be the chest cavity. If we did something like this could work on the chest. Something like this might work on the chest as well, where it's like full of holes or something. Let's see, we can go here and look for... Let's see next. It's kind of blurry, right? Because we would get a close-up of this. So that one is not perfect. Also, we don't want a picture of, a model showing off their neck and like putting their hands, like trying to make it look pretty. No, because it's gonna look gnarly. So this kind of thing, it doesn't really work. This one might be good, we could get a close-up of it, but it's in black and white. That really limits us. This one, maybe? It's kind of JPEG'd. So not my favorite. This one could work well. You could get a really nice close-up of this. Let's see what else we can find. Chest rot reminds me of the Hollows in Dark Souls. Yeah, definitely. And Elden Ring has a lot of like people with empty chests. It's like a whole recurring theme. Ooh. This one's good for medical horror. It has like just that little bit like clinical lighting. The person's sitting in like a pretty strange position. You can see the back like protruding through a little bit. It's very good. That's what I mean. So that one's really good. Yeah, we got a lot of good necks. Should we do another one of the chest? I mean, maybe we can get away with a couple one. Depending on how long the first one takes, we could do 2 today. We can see. Just like have a double post. I wonder what happens if we look for chests here. We'll find chests like this and men, because the internet is unfair and only men can show their chests. Societal rules, you know? But yeah, we'll find a lot of like ripped guys, as was expected, which is not really what we want, because it doesn't have that clinical view. This feels like the kind of the alpha chat podcasts guys. Half of them feel like one. Cheap novel vibes. Oh my god, yeah. The cut around the hair. Oh my god. And the gradient background. Yeah, it's gonna be a problem if we're looking for chest pictures. But I guess you're welcome for... we went from looking for rotting fruit to looking at ripped guys, which is good progress, at least. But I think we can use this one. Okay, let's go for a little bit of a close-up of this. Actually, let me do something. No, image rotation. Hey, Anna. Natural progression, exactly. From rotting fruits to ripped guys. Okay, so we can cut it down a little bit. Make it a bit more square. We can always like crop up if needed. Okay. In terms of rotting textures, I like this one a lot. I wonder how we can implement this on a neck though. It's my main concern. So let me turn the camera up a little. There we go. Let's see. Also, let me repeat these. This is a draw along stream, so I encourage you guys, if you have the time and the willingness to participate, I encourage you guys to do your own takes on this prompt, rot. So this is taking a long time. My camera is going to be wonky for minutes. Is my camera less wonky? Hold on, did my camera go a little bit less wonky when I use the selection tool? I just updated Photoshop, and I think they updated this tool a little bit. So maybe they optimized it slightly? Maybe it's not breaking OBS? OBS also updated, so that might be part of it. So yeah, for those that don't know, this is part of the... Oh, let me zoom, please. There we go. This is part of the Cursed Files challenge. It's kind of the second stage of the Cursed Footage challenge. Instead of having a prompt every day, we have a prompt every 2 weeks. So it's a more relaxed, long-term challenge. And every 2 weeks, I will be doing a stream, doing my own take on that. Own take on that challenge. And what is that? So this is our take on the first prompt, rot. We'll of course be doing medical horror, because we love making up fake diseases and freaking people out. That's always fun. I hate imagery of rot. This is gonna be a fun stream. Whoops. I'm cooking while watching. Does that count? I guess if you're cooking something rotten. Well, I hope that all these rotting food doesn't reduce your appetite. I do like this texture though. Okay, so we have this apple now. And now we can try and find a way to make it fit. Okay, if we make this fit the skin here, that would probably be the best way of fitting that. I think. And now we can put this on luminosity just to check like what this would look like on human skin. It's pretty gnarly. It is quite gnarly, but it's still not integrated. It feels separate, right? But we'll get there. We'll see if this texture works. We'll see what kind of supplemental textures it might need. Yeah, what are you cooking, Max? What's cooking? Something good we got going for us for this image is that the skin is already looking kinda pale and stuff just because of the color grading of the original image. The color of the skin already looks pretty pale. And the lighting fits fairly well, honestly. Making ratatouille, nice. Not rotten, sadly. Damn. Okay, but you can take a little bit of that ratatouille if you don't finish it all. Let it out for a couple days, and then you can submit that to the rot prompt. That might work. I'm wondering what to do for the chunks that kind of lift off. Obviously we should see the background through them. They should show that it's all empty inside. Whoops, all empty. That's already pretty gnarly, right? Like, just applying the dead fruit, rotting fruit on top of this already does quite a bit. Something I think we should do is take this original image and increase the contrast. I like my medical horror stuff to be pretty high contrast, and this image originally is very low contrast, so we can can crush those values to a point where, you know, start getting something a bit more dramatic, which works well for the horror. We apply the same to the holes here, but it still matches. The colors are not quite there. I guess I also, you know, edited the base image, so the colors are gonna change. Gotta reapply them. I think this could be a hole as well, this third one. We probably need a better texture for it though. And I don't want to go too bloody. I think it's not as, you know, if it's too bloody, then it goes right into gore. And I think we have to deftly avoid that if possible. You know, it has to be disturbing, but not gory. So I think the inside, I don't want to go like super red. It's meant to be rotten as well. So I think that the deader the inside looks, the better. The deader, the better. So it has to be pretty grayish, maybe? A gray that comes from a pink red. Like it used to be alive, but now that's that tissue. Still don't like this part here. Blazes, I read that as tasty. Looking tasty already. And that makes me shiver. I guess it is fruit at the start. There's a rotting apple, so. Yum! Indeed. What are next but forbidden fruits? Sounds like something I would say, to be honest. Lots of rots. It was not caught. I like that. I want to darken this a lot. There we go. It's starting to feel like it's caving inside, which is what we want. I still don't like, there's no real edge on this side, which makes sense because it is the edge of the apple. So we can possibly find something else. Like this one here. This one I think would just fits really well in this horrible little aesthetic we've created. Somewhere over here. Val is a vampire? Who told you that? Lies. It's all lies. Slander. Oh, hold on. I should turn this around. Oh, flip it, I mean. That way the lighting matches, you know? I'm thinking possibly linear lights with a high pass filter. Oh boy. That is doing things. That is doing things to this poor person's skin. Oh my god. It is cool. I'll admit that. But oh golly. So my friend takes melatonin right before bed. Tried to inform her to take it earlier, she declined. They both get very intense dreams. Yeah, they should if they're doing it to change their sleeping habits. First, they shouldn't take it for super long because it's always meant to be a short-term treatment, melatonin, and they should take it like a few, like 6 hours before intended bedtime. Yummy, I mean yucky. It looks like if I touched the skin, it would all give away and my fingers would sink to their neck. They definitely would. Like, this person is falling apart at the seams currently. Oh, this texture on the skin is just... You know, it's just a rotten apple. You can even see like little dots on the apple, but when applied on the skin, it just changes my brain chemistry. Having lots of fun. Are you saying that under duress? The way it deflates when you poke it. Also, we're totally, if you missed it before, we're totally calling this some version of human blight. You know, like potato blight? This is a blight that affects humans. Just a really nasty fungus that eats your insides. Hey, thank you Medium Middle for the follow. Hi Ja. And Cat Eyes, I missed it a few minutes ago. Thank you for the follow. Thanks as well, Ja. I'm just gonna say Ja, because the rest is hard to pronounce. Gonna lurk for game nights. Have a fun game night, Mechtel. mean, currently it kind of looks like a few textures slapped together, which it is what it is, but we gotta make it feel more cohesive. I'm especially doubting this like patch of skin in the middle. It feels like it's not quite there. Blight, the 4th level necromancy spell from Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. Yes. Let's just say yes. Looks kind of livery. Livery? Which part? Also, hi Frank. Welcome. You'll be fine by you, whatever you call me. Then, ja, it is. I like that patch. The shininess looks... Yeah. It just feels like a bit off compared to the rest of the skin, so we gotta, like, either mix it in with some real skin, or something needs to happen. I think just this patch of skin here in the original photo, before we touched anything, it's just a little bit weird color-wise. Like, it's a bit off color, so when we put this on and we apply those colors, it just looks very purple instead of, you know, the skin tones it should have. So let's see if we can fix that. Yeah, we're gonna put a color layer on top of the original, and we're just gonna add some slightly livelier skin colors in areas that have been discolored just by the previous person, the original photographer's editing. Oh, this is what you meant, Frank. This like little patch here. It does, yeah. That your turn. You're right. It does look a little bit livery. You know, the skin flap. What are you making? I'm making some medical horror based on the prompt rot. I figured we'd make a person rotting. Neck horror. This music, yeah, that's FTL. Oh, it hasn't updated on the music tracker here. For some reason. Let me pause it and unpause it. I'll come back. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, this music goes hard. FTL music is fantastic. All of Ben Prunty's music, Ben Prunty's music is amazing. It's a jam. It's all jams in here. Okay, now that looks a bit better for the skin flap. Gotta do something for this edge. Let me figure something out. I'm gonna put one in normal. And we're just gonna apply that to the edge. Because the edge looked a little bit like, I don't know, some sort of ghost edge. Like it didn't look like it was entirely there, if that makes sense. So we can do something like this, maybe apply it as luminosity so we don't have to worry about the color. That should hopefully mix well with the rest. I'm also thinking, should we just have a big hole in here? Ooh, oh, that's even worse, I think. I like that. I went to a Halloween store. You getting ready for Halloween already? That's the spirits. I'd love to see that. If you think about it, Halloween is a mindset. If you apply it to your life, it can be Halloween every day. I did that one day and then I became a horror artist. Rotten from the inside out kind of deal. Yeah, that's the vibe. I definitely want to make this bit here darker, because it can be darker. There is enough contrast in the image for us to do it. Did you see any anatomically inaccurate animal skeletons? Are you asking Blazes, like in the Halloween store? Also, it's wild that you guys have Halloween stores. Very American. Are Halloween stores open all year? I wonder what they do the rest of the year. Do they just like turn into Christmas stores and then like go from festivity to festivity? Or is Halloween like their only shtick? I'm deeply intrigued by the concept of Halloween stores. What do they even do? Like pop-up stores. They take up shop in like a Walmart. Another very American thing. So they just show up like in September until end of October, huh? Because I have seen Christmas stores, those you can't see in Europe, but they're usually open all year, which is very funny. Like, what are you even doing during the summer, my dude? I guess maybe if you're the only Christmas store in the city, maybe there is someone out there that does need Christmas decorations in the middle of July, but that's cursed in a good way. Hi, Pyro. Thank you. That's what we're going for. Every Halloween, Spirit Halloween. I've seen those, yeah. Temperlink possesses a random abandoned store in America. Do you guys want to hear my very ambitious Halloween costume idea this year? Oh yeah, we want to hear it. Oh yeah, we're getting there in grossness, aren't we? Hey Cody. Thank you so much. I love those two eye emotes, by the way. Oh, those from your channel. Those are great. What is the context of this image? Okay, so we're doing a bi-weekly challenge here called Cursed Files, and every 2 weeks we have a prompt to follow. I'm making these in the Discord channel, so you guys can follow along if you want. Every couple of weeks, based on this prompt, we'll be doing an edit and we'll be streaming it. So the idea is that if you guys want to do art along with me, then feel free to do so. If you just want to watch, that's fine as well, of course. Want to be Heather Chandler? It's ambitious because I can't find a good blazer anywhere. Good luck, you'll find the blazer, I'm sure. One Halloween idea, a costume idea that I had, that I don't know how realistic it is, because it would take a lot of work. It would be possible, but it would be like dressing old-timey and then having half my face covered in fake mushrooms. So like I'd make mushrooms out of like foam, paint them, and plaster them on half my face, and then I'd be my Zoom infection. It would be, I mean, I guess it would be weird to dress as one of my own things, but I just thought about it and I thought it would be so fun. Kind of like a half a mask, essentially. Last year I did my partner and I did some masks of the Nightmare Before Christmas 3 kids, the trick-or-treating kids. Locke, is it? Locke, I think, we just did 2 out of the 3. We did Locke and Barrel, the little demon and the skeleton. And when I moved, I couldn't take it because I didn't have space for the mask, but I used to have it on my stream background. Maybe whenever I visit, it's at my parents' currently. So whenever I visit, I might just pick it back up if I have the space. Yeah, I think the one we're missing is Shock, which is the witch. Because we were just 2. We couldn't find a 3rd person to do a mask with us. But yeah, we made them with papier-mâché, which is really fun. It was my first time doing papier-mâché since I was a kid, essentially. So they came out really nice. If you go to like earlier VODs, you'll see it in the background of my stream. If you even like scroll all the way back to the Halloween stream I did, I'm wearing that during the stream. Okay, I think this is looking pretty integrated. There's still a couple spots that bother me, which I might just circle for later. like this little spot, and this whole area is looking kind of fuzzy, and this area, need to figure out what to do with it. But overall it's looking pretty good. What I want to try right now is those mycelium textures, like put them on top. Either mycelium, however you say that, mycelium or mold. We have a bunch of textures that could work. Make a costume of your soda. You should. Sounds fun. Weird Anomaly. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. So I really like these mycelium textures. They look kind of gross. I'm wondering where we could put them. I'm thinking the little skin flap here could have like a bunch of mycelium growing on top. Something like this where it goes around the hole. Some yucky ooey textures. Fresno Nightcrawler cosplay. That's a good one too. Just wear some very, very high pants. Put a little head on top. Or even learn how to walk on stilts. And then you can do a cool Fresno Nightcrawler impression. Okay, I think overlay might work. We need to desaturate. Then we need to hopefully isolate just the strands of mycelium. That could work. There's some little like spots that we could remove manually. And then we do overlay once again. I think that might be the best way, but we'll see. Do this. No, we've removed too much. So maybe this goes well with a screen instead. Or even linear dodge. Ooh, I like linear dodge. Removing some of the fill. A blow up suit of a Nightcrawler. Oh no, he blew up. Also, oh, check out the fan art of the Nightcrawler, of the chat Nightcrawler that Anna did. Hold on, I think I got on. Put it on Discord. Yeah, check this out. So cute. There we go. I'll send you a link in chat as well. They finally made the Fresno Nightcrawler real. Can't believe it. Full of chat. Wonder if this would work. We would have to apply it a few times, not only once. I'm actually thinking it doesn't combine as well as I figured. See what this looks like in high pass. Filter, high pass. And then we add it as God, linear light is a lot. That is a bit much. I'm thinking of different ways of adding this. Those mycelia, whatever you call them. That can work with the image. Let me see this. Maybe if we add it responsibly, it won't be a problem. More as I guess a surface texture than something super prominent. It looks moldier, doesn't it? Crawling in my skin. That's it. Oh, we could add it to the inside as well. That's good. Gross. I don't know. I think I'll leave it up to chat. Chat, what do you think? Should we keep these textures? Or should we keep it cleaner? These textures are kind of have like some scan lines to them, which is a bit annoying, but Twitch chat plays Photoshop. That's essentially these streams. I'll let you guys decide so many things. But it's good. I appreciate the help. What is happening? Hi, RGV. This is happening. Some person is rotting out here. Give us controls for your mouse and keyboard. Could you imagine the chaos that would unfold? I think it's nice with some texture. But this kind of makes it feel muddier as well. It just kind of, well, I'm kind of in between on this. Let me see what other textures we can find that'll work here. We got this one, which is kind of blurry, so I don't really love it. We got this one. This one's way more detailed, so that might actually work better. Then we got this one. It's very powdery. I guess both are, but... do a couple things here. I'm gonna do same thing as before. High pass plus linear lights. This one adds way more texture. But it's kind of the same thing. It's like a bit powdery. Maybe linear light is not the way. Maybe it should be screen. And then we'll add the mold. Take over like this. I think that's kind of the same though. The same issue. We could do some little mold spots. Maybe that would be a good intermediate solution. But we still get the fungi thing, because it's meant to be a fungal infection, right? It's called a human blight. Bad internet is kicking my butt. Oh no, Blazes. Hope it stabilizes. There we go. Now we got the whole mold patch separated. We can do the same thing here. Just a few steps. We gotta take the purples, make them black. And then just remove them off of here. Do something real quick where I add a version of the same layer without that specific edit, and I bring back the center so that both the edges and the middle look right. Can do that in both this and this. Inside the neck hole, I like that. See where they look better. Neck hole mold. Neck hole mold is actually a delicacy in some cultures. I hate that. Let's see. Yes, we don't really have a good spot for it unless we... Let me turn these two into a smart object, actually. Oh, it's gotta save. Give it a sec. Also, I guess I'll also do a manual save. So a quick test of what it would look like inside the neck hole. I guess the biggest problem is it's very dark in there. I think it might be better outside. We can see it better. We gotta darken it, just according to how bumpy it is. Welcome back, Jay. These isolated kind of look out of place. I want to test out this mold as well, just to see if it would work before like discarding it. It might actually work. Okay, Blazes, have a good time zone. We will have fun rotting. You can be sure of that. It's giving me the same problem as the one we tried before. It's kind of adding texture but making it muddier and harder to read. Always check your neck hole mold. Yeah, I think we might actually clean up the neck hole mold. And not super into it so far. Okay, now I'm trying to make it, like, just add some soft lights to make all the curves work in the lighting we got. Just these strands coming out of the hole. Maybe just inside of the hole. It could work. Kind of like creeping up. Yeah, that would actually go well with the whole idea of like rotting from the inside while you don't even realize it. Like the mold is just inside, it doesn't really go outside the skin, it just lives in there. So we can only really see it when the skin like lifts up. And we can see the disaster it's created. Yes, we're adding mold. Because this is meant to be a fungal infection. It's like the potato blight, but on humans. Thank you, Max. You have a great time zone. Hope I see you in the next one. Inside strands. Oh, I should have accounted for all the shadows I added later. Okay, see you too, Jam. Matt Brady, thank you for the follow. Yeah, welcome to all the new folks. Hope you didn't come in through Twitch recommendations without knowing that we were doing body horror, because that might be a little bit of a surprise. And hey, if you did and still stayed, welcome. You are in the right place. Neckhole mold, how bold. And these are the neck hole mold folds. Say that 3 times. I'm sold. Can you please hold the neck hole mold folds? Guess we're back from a night class. Hey, Hammy. Hope the class was good. Don't really know what to do with the inside colors. Like, it feels like it should be slightly reddish, but not too much. To look like something that used to be alive, but not really anymore. It's just kind of rotten now. After hearing about the Skittles lawsuit, what's a Skittle lawsuit? Looking like a fucked up peeled orange. I mean, it's an apple, so you're not far off. Skittles are unfit for consumption. Titanium dioxide. Neck hole cold. Neck mold could scold the cold. Making it even harder. Yeah, maybe avoid leaking actual pics of like huge necrotic tissue things, because those can be really gnarly. And we're doing gnarly but fantasy stuff, so it's different. Also, this patch here is really grey, and I kinda like that. I think it's by complete accident, like I just forgot to paint over that one. But I like the idea of some patches looking grey. It's like very dead. So we had little like notes we did. There we go. Those are all the areas that bothered me before. This area still bothers me. So let's tackle it. What is flesh-eating bacteria? It's specifically a mold. We want to call it something like human blight. You know, like potato blight, but for humans. That's the idea. If I could grab a fistful of that, it would feel like old flesh from a stone fruit. Yeah, it would definitely feel like that. My neck hole mold is cold. Could you be bold and hold my fold? Beautiful. We were making poetry today. People might not understand, but... neck jerky. Borderline fatal case. I mean, yeah, we're going for like basic like fantasy stuff. It's definitely eaten the spine at this point. Considering it runs through here. Actually, that makes me think this skin fold. If we just move everything a little bit to the right, the skin fold could really well like be whatever's left of the spinal cord, the spinal column. It would be moving a lot of stuff, but yeah, that could work, I think. It's also fun because it kind of hides the grossest stuff right behind the neck. Like the other part of the neck is probably even worse. So that way it feels like there's two holes like at either side of the spine. Now we do have to figure out the edge for this. Let's see if we can do that. That was, oh my god, that's some whole neck mold, I was told. How bold of the old mold is called. Okay, I can't. That one's too much. The poetry. How bold of the old mold is called the cold hold with gold. Oh my god. I'm tapping out of this one. English finally got me. The concept of English. So can you take your fingers out of my neck holes? So I'm expanding it a little bit in this way, even though I'm like getting a little bit of the background. So on the clipping layer, I can just use some textures from the apple itself and finish it up. My poetry is simply too much. It is. Just got a convenient little cup holder. Oh my god. Trying to find good textures below everything, just on here could work. Forbidden cup holder. I'd say the forbidden hole, but that means several things, true. Also, the music tracker is definitely broken. Like, it just does not update, or it updates wrong. Well, it eventually gets there. There we go. Now it lifts up the skin. Like it's peeling away. I guess now we have more space to expand the folds over here. The fastest way to man's heart is through his rotting neck hole. True. Everyone says that. Regular expression. Yeah, it's pretty convenient. You can use it to maybe store a little snack for later. Some trail mix. I can't believe we got this from a couple textures of rotting fruit. Both apples, actually, rotting apples. Don't have enough brain to process the madness I'm seeing. Behold, neck hole, hold cup, butt cup, cut. Bad luck, bad cup, hold cup, holder bad, it's over. Oh my god, Sean. A small family of possums in here. True. Gotta make sure to keep it clean though. Keep your neck hole clean. Oh, here's what that was bothering me. It's because this whole part is blurry. Like the shoulder here is blurry. So this part of the folds should be blurry as well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove the part that should be blurry and then make a copy, invert it, and blur it. Hey, I've been Zin. Thank you for the follow. Sean, your messages is slowly turning into word salad. We're seeing Sean go mad live in chats. Going poem crazy. Struck down by the poetry madness. How sad, we lost another one. Imagine if finding black mold spots just under my skin, no matter how hard I scrub, it won't come out. That's exactly what this will feel like. At first, before it starts sloughing off. Okay, any other parts that bothered me? This used to be here. We had this middle zone. I kind of like it. It feels well. This edge here is not great. Gotta figure out something that works edge-wise. Okay, there is a color layer here. There we go. From homophobe to homophobe. Ground chicken meat, shaped with eggs and seasoned flour, baked to set, flash fried. Nice. Sounds tasty. Okay, what I'm wondering here is, should we accompany this with some other, like, previous stages? Maybe one previous stage. Yeah, I feel like we could call this done, pretty much. There's a couple things, like maybe the edges could use a little bit of work. Those back edges here could feel a little bit blurrier. Okay, this edge is gonna make it fuzzy. That should be a bit better. Okay, yeah, I'm wondering if we should do like stages, like we did for pupillosarcoma, where it starts small and then grows large. And this is like the last stage. Or even go further, and this is the middle stage, who knows? What do you guys think? I don't know how you could go further than this without, like, the infection entirely cutting off this person's head, but... I feel like this could be the last stage. And we could do one previous one, probably. Maybe the previous one is we can see the strands of the mycelium, like, below the skin, just making very small bumps under the skin. Also, we should give this a clinical bluish, greenish light for sure. Put some of that in the color grading too. Some like greenish shadows. Whoa, caramel dancing. First stage should be a pimple. Maybe good as well. Gotta add grain, smooth things over. I like the idea of really high contrast here, because that helps hide everything and like the rotting parts, and that makes them more mysterious, I think. More mysterious to have like holes that go nowhere. There is one thing that bothers me still. Little corner here. Feels a bit weird, like it should have some angle. It should fold up a little bit or something. Okay, reducing some smaller shadows. Not a ton. Okay, let's see how this looks. Should be a bit better, I hope. And the smart filters. Hey Maxwell. The rot is coming along. Rotting well. And now our idea is to do kind of the starting stages of this. So I think we could go back to looking for a neck. Maybe, hold on, where is it? Where's the one we used? Let me find it real quick. Should be over here. No. Lots of rot, got lots, exactly. I'm thinking we can use one of a neck that could believably be the same person. Maybe it's more of a close-up, so we don't really see like a lot of the details of who it is. Oh, that's the same person. Look at that. Exact same person. We got 3 pictures of them. So we could have the first stage kind of be some crawling little mycelium, mycelia, whatever. When I was a kid, I fell asleep on the bitch on my stomach. I'm back with sunburn real badly. The skin that filled up looked like one of those brown plastic grocery bags. Oh no. If I could get a good close-up of this, might also be good, but it might be too far away for us to get a good close-up. One could be good. Oh, I forgot to use my browser screen. That's fine. Sometimes one forgets to change the scene. And we even have the same earrings, so it's definitely good. We can do we can't get a lot of detail out of this. It's quite unfortunate. Yeah, it might not be a great picture after all. Just because of how low contrast it is. We just don't have like that much space to play around with. Like if we turned up the contrast, it's gonna start to look patchy. Played Overcooked, so it was a lot of intense silence and yelling and chaos. Yeah, Overcooked is fun. It does sound about right. I have had that experience. Well, let's just see how this looks. What I wanted is to essentially add this. So it's a pretty simple edit, all things considered. So we might actually be able to get away with something fairly simple. It is not optimized for 3 people. 2 or 4, not 3. Oh no. So I think the idea would be that it starts really subtle. Like just some little strands right under the skin. Yeah, like some kind of mold spot that you can't really get rid of. And then it grows and it becomes this. Let me try another view of the same patch of mold. Mold to me is like little black dots. Mold can take many different forms though. Can be white, can be black, can be more like little spots, like long strings. weird varicose veins. Yeah. What's the deal with those? They're just veins that grow quite large because there's not that good. Like the blood is kind of stuck there. It doesn't efficiently move back up. That's why it's usually in the legs, because it has to fight gravity. So the valves that they're supposed to like keep pushing the blood up just kind of fail over time. That's a really basic explanation behind those veins. I'm wondering if linear dodge might work better with softer fill. What if my cousins complimented our great granny's tattoos and she said she wanted some? Were varicose veins. Oh no. Oh my god. That's so good. If I were me, if that were one of my cousins, I would not let them outlive that. Hey Victor. Oh, sorry, Mectal. I did not realize that, man. No worry. Hey, Halcyon. Welcome. Okay, so we put everything together. We use the same camera filter. Greenish tint. And what do we think of this? I'm thinking maybe we flip it actually. Just to make it feel like it's the other side that we're not really seeing here. And that way there is not as much, like, it doesn't feel like two photos that were taken sequentially, which it is. Music is chill? Yeah, I like to mix in some chill music. It's a more energetic one. Photography streamer? Yeah, there's not that much of us, but yeah, I do photo manipulation, which is a more specific thing within it, but flipping between fixed to the music? I didn't realize. I'll stop. Is this good for stage 1 and stage 2? That's what I'm wondering. Like, should we have an intermediate stage? We do have another picture of the same person's neck, which is very useful. We have, hold on. We have this one. Maybe not as useful. Oh, there's a PSB now. A sec. All the art Fa has made are actually photographs and caused all the events and created all the creatures. That is true. That is canon. Looks like baby hairs. I kind of like that though, in the sense that it's a bit unnoticeable at first. Like starts subtle and before you know it, boom, it's broken off of your skin. Yeah, maybe wrinkly texture. I do like that because it's still like under the skin. Yeah, and that way we can keep it at 2 stages. But we just add wrinkles on here. We have the wrinkles from the other ones, so we could just like transplant them. About to perform a wrinkle transplant. So I'm thinking this might be too blue. Like it removed a lot of the original colors. Baby arms. Maybe what it looks like after death. Not a bad idea. I don't want to go into too like gross like corpse territory though. So that might be a bit much. Gotta save, gotta save. Chill, y'all. Don't worry. Saved. Old Fennec. Okay, so here's what we can do. So I'm doing everything in the same document. Just sometimes it's okay when you're doing a second like smaller edit. Sometimes I just do it on the same document to save some work, or to save like some flipping from one to the other. Okay, which one is which? Okay, these are the strands. Gotcha. Okay, here's the one. Had to expend the rest of your overcooked energy. Fair enough. So I'm thinking I could just do the folds. We could use the subtler ones at the end of this before it gets like too bad. bet it'll rot. Make me think of the skin getting loose as the connective tissues kind of liquefy. I like this. As in, I hate it, but you know what I mean. Thinking of how to use these. Maybe we add them, but not in linear lights. Maybe we do a subtler high pass. And we have this as overlay, maybe? When it's squishy to poke and you don't notice till fingers goes inside the fruit. I hate that. Maybe I add this as luminosity instead. I'll just find the right spot to add it. Don't worry about the grain. There will be plenty of grain when we're done with it. I'm hungry again? How can looking at these pictures make you hungry? It just starts off a bit subtler. Oh, maybe we can see a little bit of the edge of where it's rotting. Like it's a local infection, right? It's not a generalized thing. It's just happening in a place of your body that was colonized by fungi. I used to watch medical documentaries and gore crime shows at dinner during high school. My tolerance has gone down. Yeah, I mean, I guess same. My studying medicine really cured me of being grossed out, I think. As I've explained a few times, only like really bad skin conditions and parasites gross me out. I feel like combining these two, it just muddies up the whole thing. So, gotta be careful. Mectal craves human flesh. Oh my god. If it was ethical, not harmful. You heard it here first, folks. Mectal is a cannibal. So I'm painting a lot to add to those folds, hopefully. See if it works. A corn mold is a delicacy I'd like to sample. Yeah, I've heard it's tasty. People eat it in Mexico, as far as I know. Okay. How about this? What do you prefer? The subtler, like, mold strands? Or the fruits that's just rotting below the surface vibe? Would a person get inflamed skin? Good question. No. Because you can't get inflammation if your tissue is dead. That's why ulcers, like many ulcers, when they're due to a lack of circulation, they're completely dead if there's no inflammation. Subtle one is a bit too subtle. I do agree, yeah. So this could be like stage 1, stage 2. The rotting fruit disease. Hey Sora. Welcome back to Rot. We did 2 stages. So let me see in this stage, is the noise good? Yeah. Because the original picture was really noisy, so we had to essentially like re-add some noise to cover that. Might do a little bit of color adjustment, because there are some like color patches that just come from the original being a bit too dark, I think. In like the healthy skin, I like the green patches on the healthy skin, but the healthy one should be less patchy. So there we go. You screwed up your neck? Oh no. Bad timing. There's nothing living in the rot? Yep, there is a fungus. Sora has the neck mold. Patient 0. It's called stress. I'm sure that's what most neck mold patients say before it's too late. And there's nothing mobile living in the mole. In the mold, yeah. Bugs or other decomposing animals. No, it would just be the mold. You know, if it was treated and cleaned up by doctors, which we assume is the case here, it would be kept clean. Maybe in nature, if you just got this out in the jungle or something. Yeah, maybe some animals would hitch a ride in the mold. In this case, though, being treated by doctors and stuff, it would probably just be that. Maybe some bacteria which hitch a ride. When I was a kid, I developed this weird itchy bumpy spots, being about an inch big. That made my skin in that area turn green. It was itchy. Could only see in the mirror. Maybe you got the skin mold. Disappeared after a month. Well, this probably was an infection that ran its course. Thankfully, it appears to have been self-contained. It's good. Also, I'm exaggerating some of the folds here to make it feel like the mycelium is kind of like pulling at the skin. My parents weren't the doctor type? Oh no, that's worse. Oh, thank you for the save reminder. Hello, Necro. Let's take the original photo here of the rotting fruit. Let me just overlay it on top. So you guys can see what this was. The apple. Is the neck mold itchy? Well, it would definitely be itchy at first. Until someday you scratch and you just take a bunch of skin with you. My parents were just neglectful, not conspiracy theorists. Oh, those are two bad things. Can you store apples in an egg hole if it's big enough? Yeah, what I imagine this as is it's kind of like a rotting fruit where it's just like the skin is still fairly intact, but it's all soft underneath, and if you just grab it, you'll just take everything. What would cause an egg hole? A fungus. We'll call it the human blight. Just like the potato blight. Flesh-eating fungus. Extra pocket. Several small hard green bumps. At the pinhead. Thought an insect had laid eggs in me. It's probably bacterial. A changing color like that usually means bacterial. But it seems to have been self-contained. Usually I would have treated it probably. I'm not a dermatologist, but... would have treated it to prevent it going worse. Thankfully it didn't. So, you're lucky. Spooky green bumps disease. That is some true medical horror. Oh, we should sign this. How do I sign this? In the folds, probably? Seems like the only real place where you can sign something here. We do want to see an image of your dog, of course. Next looks chewable. I mean, if you like rotten fruits. But like with a bit of human flesh taste. The earring. I thought about it, but... earring charm. I think the best place would probably be these little neck folds. So we can do like, we have one going like this, do another one, doing a bit of a curve, this, and then something like that. We made a signature out of folds. Somewhere to chew on that. Would the person catch the disease too? Oh god. I think you'd probably need like a combination of factors. You'd probably need to be to have your immune system like already susceptible to get this kind of disease. But it's fantasy land. Yeah, let's say yes. Lost in the sauce. Eating all the dog biscuits. That's so cute. Okay, let me try the neck folds. Let me get one neck fold from up here, for example. And I can add this maybe as linear lights. Hard lights. We need 2 of them. Give him an empty box of dog treats and carried it around for like an hour, just in case there were some leftovers. Okay, let me see if I can match them. Got the VA. Now the little line that crosses it. Now we go over them with some soft light, probably. Hey, he was just happy with his box of treats. I understand. Boom, neck fold signature. Oh yeah, how was university, Anna? Really scrungled a fella. I love doing that. One time I forgot there was a pear in my bag for only 2 days, but pear's not particularly tough. Anyhow, I reached in for a book and I pulled out a handful of gore. And the neck kind of reminds me of the texture. That's perfect. That is exactly what I was going for, so. A lot of reading to do. Foresee myself being really busy. Well, that's like first year of university. Until you start understanding what's the... At least that's what happened with me, by the way. It's not a universal experience, but with me what happened is I studied and worked a ton on the first year of university. Got really good grades, but I was like... I slowly realized, okay, I can still do like a lot less effort and still get like pretty good grades. And over time, I just learned what was the minimum amount of effort I could do to get like decent grades and still enjoy myself, and that's how I ended up doing art, because a lot of the time I would have spent studying. I traded it for doing art, getting better at it. So yeah, that is the good student to like okay student pipeline. Happens to most of us. At least in medical school. We're the type of student that would nag others for summaries and notes. No, we were organized. In my school, we like the whole year organized so that only one person had to go to a lecture. Like, so we divvied up the lectures among all of us, and out of that list, only one person would need to go to each lecture. I think, well, sometimes it was 2 people need to go to each lecture, take notes. Then those 2 people would put them together in like the official notes. They would clean them up and upload them to a Google Drive. So we would have like the common notes for everybody. Like everybody that signed up and participated got access to the final notes. So you would just have to go to some lectures, get the notes for that, and for the rest you could go or not. You could do whatever. And then there were some lectures that you needed to go because they participation was obligatory, but those were a minority. Students accomplish so much in the name of laziness. Exactly. It's not laziness, it's efficiency. So like as the years of med school went on, there were less and less people in lectures. And in the last year for some subjects, the one that had like the worst professors and stuff, and nobody wanted to go. Sometimes you had like 2 people in a lecture, and those were the ones tasked to get the notes. Not kidding. It was good. It was a good system. Like, it honestly worked great. And that's why students should organize. But yeah, apparently it was especially good in my year. Like, people got together, got together well, and then there were no big problems. I understand that in the year after us, so the ones like a year younger than us, there were some like cutthroat things. Like, some people went into the common Google Drive and erased things or changed notes to say incorrect things to like fuck with the others. Like, really, really messed up stuff. But yeah, I think eventually they found the person who did that. So it was not a perfect crime, but still like a very fucked up thing to do. Like, imagine just, I'm gonna fuck over everybody. Just so, it's not like you're gonna get a better grade because everybody else gets a worse grade. It's just like pure pettiness. Serves no purpose at all. There is a thing where after medical school in Spain, you'll do a big exam. It's a national exam. Everybody in Spain is taking it at the same time, and that will give you access to the residency spots. So there is competition at the very end, because it's not only that exam, but the average grade that you got throughout medical school. So that average grade, theoretically, if you fuck up a lot of people, if you make their average grade go down, which is not really an achievable thing, right? But still, in this person's mind, maybe it was. If you fuck up their average grades, you get a good grade. Yeah, technically, at least within that small group that you can influence, you have a leg up. But it's so small and irrelevant that it's not even a good strategy even if it worked, because you're maybe like changing the grades of like 50 people out of 10,000 that take the exam. So like, risotto eater, thank you for the follow. Yeah, and you could see the history of edits in Google Docs. That's how they got found out. I think that's how they, like, it didn't happen in my year, so I'm just like, I just heard the story secondhand, so I'm probably getting a lot of the details wrong, but that was like the gist of it, that somebody changed some things in the notes and deleted some notes in like the important subjects that people were like the ones that weighed more in those averages. Like, imagine getting found out for that. You're essentially like gonna be hated by everybody in your whole, like, all your colleagues in med school, which and that's the kind of fame you can't really outgrow. That story was probably passed around, and wherever they are right now in their residency, if they ended up going to the residency, which I assume so if they were so competitive, it was probably like they probably found out over there, because doctors gossip a lot. Yeah, but that person, by getting found out doing that, they possibly jeopardize their whole medical career. Not even kidding, because when they get found out, like wherever they're doing their residency, whenever they find out that they did this, they will not take them seriously, and they will not like succeed very well in their residency, and nobody will want like, you know, it's this kind of like rolling effects. So yeah. Okay, at this point it's just making it more dramatic, but I like it. Val confirmed gossip. I'm not much of a gossiper, honestly. Because I have such bad memory that people can tell me like huge secrets, and I'll be like, oh sure, nice, and then I'll forget. I literally forget. I have really bad memory. So you can gossip with me and be safe in the knowledge that I will forget whatever you tell me in a few months' time. That's worth getting someone to be very open-minded, literally. I confirmed old man, totally. I have really, really bad memory. Especially for people, you know, it's... Ironically, it is much easier for me to remember you guys in chat, because you have usernames, and usernames are easier for me to remember than real names. Because real names will tend to like clump together. Like, you know, I'll know a ton of Josés, which is a very common name in Spain. So all the Josés, they get like blended up for me. Like all the common names get blended up. All the uncommon names I tend to remember much easier. And things like usernames, since they're like all unique, I tend to remember them quite well. So it's funny that I'm better at remembering people in chat when I've never seen your guys' faces for the most part. I'm better at remembering you guys than at remembering real people in the real world. That is pretty fucked up. I mean, it's good for streaming, but... Yeah, usernames are typically very distinct and can be really weird too. You said it, risotto eater. Hey Thistle. My real name is literally my username, true. But that makes it like, still within usernames, it still makes it unique. Yeah, we do live in a society. So true. Gonna add a bit of color here to make this feel slightly more dead. Getting some dead flesh. I'm here with stage 1. I guess it's already kind of dark and greenish below, so it does work with the dead flesh. A huge power outage. Oh no, quickly resolved. I'm glad. Listen, it's been like a month or so. I'm still unable to forget the Grandma Eater as a Twitch username. That is it's a very good username. I always feel like I'm one or two Mechtel facts away from a full dox. Made this account back when my whole username shtick was Sean Website 36. You came up with a better username. I'm stuck with this one. You can change your username on Twitch without changing your account. I think you had like a few changes. Or you can change it every few years or months or something like that. There is a limit, but you can't change it. So feel free to do so. Just tell me you're Sean after if you do it, so I know. Oh yeah, what does happen is that when a person has a different username across platforms, I will not recognize them. So if you guys are like someone that maybe always comments under my tweets or something, but has a different username, I will not know. I will simply not know. You should tell me. I think it's a year, yeah. So sorry, Val. She has like 3 different usernames. Yeah, but I do recognize you because I've seen your drawings on Twitter, and I do follow you on Twitter too. So it's fine once I know like which username relates to which one, usually. I've always used the same username pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. Since I was like a teenager, I think. You can still find my old DeviantArt accounts with some old stuff that's pretty cringy. Under the same username, Valdevia. Still don't know how to follow me on Twitter. How do you stand me? It's fine, it's not that bad. You have cool art. Sometimes for fandoms I don't really understand, but... Username I came up with is Siphon Pylon. Nice, then you can change it here. You know if you see me. I hope I remember. I came up with this one on a whim and it's been a hit. Risotto Eater. It's a good one. I love risotto. Also, hey, the signature blended in really well here. I stopped seeing it for a minute. Your username, yeah. Stop doxing yourself with your username, Jesus. How much have you seen? I've seen some art and about characters that I don't really know what they're from, so I can't relate it to anything. So I don't know about how cringe those fandoms might be. Don't worry. Username, your credit card number, and the numbers on the back. Your full name and address. Yeah, it's the best time for usernames. Mother's maiden name. Just a string of characters at this point. My username is very simple. It's Valdevia, and my surname, my first surname is valdés-hevia. So I just kind of mashed them together. I think because I probably registered somewhere like when I was a kid, some like game or something, and there was probably a character limit. So I just like shortened it and said like, oh, that's a new word now, and that's it. But it's good to have like a completely separate word because there's a ton of Eduardos. I mean, there's not that many, but there's still a few. So if you Google Valdevia, you will find my website first. It took a while for Google not to autocorrect the state of Peru, Valdivia with an I instead of an E. Google used to autocorrect Valdivia to Valdevia. But no, sorry, the other way around. Valdevia to Valdivia. Now it doesn't anymore, which is good. It might, depending on the territory. It probably does still if you are in Peru, but at least in Spain and internet in the like English version of Google, it gives you my website first, which is great. I beat the SEO. Username, your entire genome sequencing. Might run into character limit there. I found a little filter called if I post it, there's a slim chance Val might see it and I might have to live with that knowledge. It has prevented 50% of my tweet from going off in main. Like, don't worry. That's fine. The chances I won't see it, because I don't see like most of the tweets that are posted. That's as simple as that. Still not over that you have another surname. Yeah, my valdés-hevia is just my first surname. I just hyphenated. Peru also has it? My surname? No, I meant Valdevia. But yeah, it took a while for Valdevia to show up on Google, but now it's the only thing that shows up on Google. So once Google stopped autocorrecting it, now it's like the first results, and you go to Google Images and it's like 99% stuff I've done, which is great. Yeah, it's Valdevia with an I in Chile. My username is the combo. Yeah, I like to use both my username and my full name, because having my full name does feel more professional as an artist. Like, you know, it's a public thing. I'm not only a username on the internet. It does feel more professional. But having Valdevia as this sort of, I guess, more of a brand name, you could call it. It's my username. It's always been, but it does also kind of work like that. And I think it's a bit easier to remember than my full name, which is 3 words. And yeah, it's a bit of a mouthful. So I figured like might stick better in people's brains. And someday they might be like, oh shit, who's that guy who did the big bugs? Was it Valdevia? And they search it on Google and they find it. I got it. At least that's my thinking. At some point, I thought about it, like, oh, should I just like only use my username for everything, or should I switch to my real name for everything? I decided to keep both. Might be a bit complicated, but I think it works. Have you voted in the Tumblr Sexy Man polls that is sweeping Twitter right now? Tumblr Sexy Man polls. Do link it. We will vote. Also, I probably won't recognize most of this. Tumblr Sexy Man. I was only pretty briefly on Tumblr. I posted some drawings there when I was trying some more traditional art. I don't think that blog exists anymore. Yeah, I think I deleted it long ago. Then I briefly had another blog for back when I was doing surreal things. I was like, let me give Tumblr another try, and then I forgot, and now it's just a dead blog on Tumblr. Sans Undertale versus Reigen. What, is Reigen a Tumblr Sexy Man? Oh my god. Oh, has to be Reigen. How is Sans winning? I guess people like Sans a lot. The fandoms. Reigen is not a Tumblr Sexy Man. That's a joke. Okay. Good. I hope he wins. I don't know. I'm pretty alien to the concept of Tumblr Sexy Man. It's... I don't think I was there during that era of Tumblr. We unintentionally made him a sexy man. Mob Psycho 100 is super. It's so good. Can't wait for the next part. Just want a brief explanation. No, I know what it is. I just don't like get the concept. Like, my brain does not wrap around it. The Mandelbrot set is my favorite sexy man. I do agree with that. True statement. Okay, I think I'm pretty happy with this. What do you guys think? We got stage 1, stage 2, and stage 3 is possibly you're dead. Yeah, I've seen the Sarah Zed video. Thanks, Risotto. And Jesus. It had been a minute since I had done some medical horror. No, that's not true. We did some for cursed footage, didn't we? We did the Third Eye and we did the Isopod. That's true. But it's been a minute since my more gnarly medical horror stuff. Like, I think pupillosarcoma is probably the last one we made in that vibe. Pupillosarcoma and Jesus, thank you so much. You just want to get to an even number, is that it? 205 subs, god damn, thank you so much. Can anything be a Tumblr sexy man? Yeah, you can be one if you want. Jesus can be a Tumblr sexy man. It's a level where people completely foreign to the fandom, sees fan art and fanfic of the guy, end up creating fan art. Oh, so it's like people outside the fandom coming into... I don't know, fandom stuff is so weird, y'all. But you know what? I will be the next Tumblr sexy man. I will make that happen. You might say, you're not a 2D character. I am. You literally see me on a 2D screen right now. Duh. Don't be ridiculous. Val for Tumblr Sexy Man 2023. I can do it. If I was a Tumblr sexy man, would you vote for me? I would. I think we all need to support each other in our roads towards sexy man-ness. Some of them have been 3D animation. See, we're pretty close to being one. There is precedent. Let me jump to camera because I'm not doing that much with the image anymore. I'll just leave it there to scar anyone else coming into the stream. Twitch chat can also be a sexy man. Yeah, we can make that. It's true the one slur was 3D animation. You should rank all your creations on the likelihood to be a Tumblr sexy man. So I think Terry the Meat Planet is definitely first. Then Tio Alfredo. Googly L for sure. Googly L deserves to be a Tumblr sexy man. Like, you could make a humanized version of it like people did with Bill Cipher. That would be so cursed. Like a humanized version of it that's just dressing in a suit and a top hat like Tumblr sexy man. Oh my god, either that or Terry could definitely be humanized in a very cursed way. Mark could be. I'd put it lower on the list, but when's the next stream date? Possibly won't be able to see on Friday. Yeah, it is on Friday. Although, at least for now, I might move it around depending on... Since I got some people over. I got some family over. So, yeah, we'll like... Depending if we go like out for dinner or something with them, that might move the streams around. So this week's streams are a little bit wobbly that way. I'll take, I don't really like humanized versions of no human characters. Yeah, I don't really love them either. So I forgot to turn my screen filter, which changes in the image. That's fine. You gonna troll humanized Guglio as a Tumblr sexy man? Being human is part of their character, humanizing them takes that away. Yeah, I think it's just people wanting to thirst over character, and in those cases at least, in like the Bill Cipher cases, people wanting to thirst over a character that is not really human, so it's like really hard to like thirst after them. So they humanize them to make them a bit easier, more palatable, I guess. I don't know. My thought at least. I'm gonna be humanizing Guglio for Halloween. That's... Oh my god. Please, I want to see it. That would be fantastic, Mectal. Does my Guglio dress drawing count as humanized or no? I think no, because it has to be like a whole design that's based on it. But that doesn't really include like the fact that the face of the Guglio with the dress is just Guglio. Like, it should have a human face, I feel like. And some of the design elements are like kind of inspired by... You know, just like Bill Cipher's humanized version really has nothing to do with, like... It's not triangular, it's just a regular guy with... kind of inspired by, I guess. That one edit that I made Valdu, sure. Do people make thirst after Tom as a tank engine? Oh my god. A plan that involves dowels and secret pockets. Ooh. Oh, that's fantastic, Mactol. That's so good. Mectal, oh, I really want to see that that Guglio costume. That would be great. The image Alex did of real life Bill destroyed everyone who were expecting a dude with a bow tie. I didn't see that. Do you have a link for that? That's fantastic. I'll share if it comes out good. If it comes out bad, I might still share it for the laugh, of course. I'd still want to see it. Still, however it comes out, it's still Guglio. We still love them. So our favorite little angel. Oh, thank you, Sora. I love this. It's because it's totally just a like fuck you to the people who drew him as a sexy man. This one's a commission for disappointment. I love it. who's drawn for charity, so it's not really a canon. But what if Bill had a canonical human form? What position would Twitch chat be on the sexy man tier list? I guess we'd first need a humanized version of Twitch chats to be able to rank them. So unless we can't place them yet. It's canon enough for me. Yeah, I guess if we someone ever makes a humanized version, a humanized Tumblr sexy-manized version of Googlial, we might canonize it. We'll see. if it's cringy enough, we will. Twitch chat is like a hydra. Yeah, many heads. I like that. Talk about Twitch chat. Hopefully this week, when I got a free day, I got a really busy week in terms of commissions and stuff. So we'll see if, and in terms of like having people over. So we'll see if I can. But I really want to finish Cult of the Lamb. Maybe we'll actually do that on Friday, depending on how, if I'm in the mood for an art stream or not, since we're doing personal art on Friday. So depending on the mood we want to go for, I might do Cult of the Lamb on Friday instead, and move over Terry Eats the Gems website Space Telescope to Monday. I might do that. We'll see. Can anyone see this message? I can see it. I think my messages have been getting eaten by the void on my laptop. I can see this message, but I couldn't see any previous ones. Yeah, it's appearing as first. Yeah. The vague urge to change my whole Googlial costume plan into Tumblr sexy man Googlial. No, do your original take. I think that'll be better. Cult of the Lamb is good, but it shut off my laptop twice. Really? Damn. I absolutely want this as a joke. I would die. Okay. Tumblr. Imagine going as a Tumblr sexy-manized version of Googlial of all things. Okay, I think we'll leave it at that for today, y'all. Because I'm gonna take the rest of the night to do some commission stuff. We got plenty of commissions coming through. We might stream a few of them. We got some commissions for a tabletop RPG that are plenty of them. We got 8 images to do for that one. So yeah, you might see some of that. Next Wednesday, we'll be doing a commissions for Notity, who was here in chat at the beginning. I don't know if he's still in chat right now, but we'll be doing commission for that for him on Wednesday. A cool creature called Castle. Is Tumblr sexy man a gender neutral term? Yeah, let's go with that. Thank you, Craig. I really loved yours too. I didn't want to like go too close to it, but I'm afraid we ended up with rotting fruit. So I'm sorry if it went a bit too close to your take on it. But they can share the universe if you want. They can take place in the same horrible medical horror universe. One of my best friends runs the Sexy Man poll. And if you genuinely want them to put you in the polls, they can. They should put Googlial, just like out of the blue. It's like no context, no explanation, just put Googlial in the Sexy Man poll. Good stuff. Not super into stream, so I'll have to pop in again. Thank you so much, Risotto. But yeah, we'll be doing that commissions at least on next Wednesday, and then after that we might start doing a few for that TTRPG. Pretty big commission, so that might take a little while. And yeah, that's it. Then I got new emotes. Oh, I gotta check it out. Oh, hands, hands, hands. That's perfect. Okay. Yo, thank you very much for chatting with me and for looking at this rotting neck for hours on end. That's that's actually pretty cool of you. Y'all, thank you so much. I will be seeing you on Friday if all goes well. If it doesn't, I will let you know on the Discord. So join the Discord if you haven't already. Oh, hold on. We got a whip. Oh my god, hold on. This is so good. Googly all Tumblr sexy man. You are so quick. Oh my god. This is perfect. I love it. That's no notes. 10 out of 10. The speed. Yeah, that's fantastic, Anna. We finally have a Tumblr sexy man version of Googly Owl. There's still a they them, but Tumblr sexy man is a gender neutral term. Oh my god. Thank you so much. Guys, you will be able to see these pieces right now in the cursed footage, in the cursed files channel on the Discord. So definitely join the Discord if you haven't already. I insist. Try to make them androgynous. Hell yeah. Join the Discord if you haven't. Stream updates will also be there in the channel called Livestream Portal. So that's where I usually put my stream updates. And yeah, I think that's about it. Guys, thank you so much. I will see you on Friday. Have a great time zone.